Okay, so it is day number 2 for the 21-day sugar detox. I did not want to make this video. I just could not. I was about to go to bed, and it's been some kind of day. If you are a man, take your hands and put them over your ears just like that, because I am probably PMSing. I have, I'm angry and sensitive for no apparent reason. And today was one of those days. The day was going well. Uh, it's a half day at work for the students, and I was feeling pretty good, but something came and interrupted my flow. So, oh man, you can take your hands off your ears now. So the hubby calls during lunch, and he's like, well, first of all, during lunch, I brought eggs and spinach and low dressing and some water and some sparkling water. I usually eat around 10. So I ate, but my eggs weren't enough to cover my veggies. And so I had a crap load of spinach still left. And I was still hungry. I eaten all the eggs. I eaten the spinach that went with the eggs. And I was still hungry. And I was like, what am I going to do? When worst comes to worst, I go down to the cafeteria and I just buy meat. If they have meat, I know it's horrible, but I should care what kind of meat. But as long as it's meat, that's just my way of adjusting and staying safe or whatever as far as diet is concerned. Um, so that was the plan. The hubby calls, he's locked out. I had to drive during lunch and get him his keys. So by the time I got back to work, I had 2 minutes to eat exactly, roughly, maybe less than that. And downstairs in the cafeteria, I bought some tuna fish. They had mayonnaise, and I just ate that. I scarfed it down in 2 minutes. I was still mega super hungry. Today it was just my hunger, my appetite was insatiable. And I do let the students in on what I'm doing when it comes to my health and diet. Well, when it comes to diet, nutrition, because I teach health as well to fifth graders. So I let them know, I'm like, guys, I started yesterday. I'm not having sugar for 21 days. And miss, oh, wow, you're not, wow, miss, blah, blah, blah. And so they've seen my green juices before and stuff, which I need to get back on, because the times in between I'm hungry. I'm hungry right now. Today was just all I could think about was food, and I ended up being in a bad mood. It's just, anyway, and I think I'm drinking way too much carbonated water. I'm leaning way too heavily on that. But you got to do what you got to do to get yourself through. So, yeah, the students were like, no, you got to make an exception because tomorrow we have a field trip. They're like, you got to make an exception. You got to have some sugar tomorrow. I'm like, nah, it's not happening, kids. Because here's how I see it. Here's how I feel. I don't feel a deep desire to have sugar. I think mentally, I'm feeling stressed because it's the end of the year at school and all these end of year procedures that we have to take care of. We had a half day so that we can have meetings about it, and just feeling stressed and just wanting to eat, but not because I have a strong desire. And today was all about not letting my emotions control what I put in my mouth. Food is not my friend. And I've taught my students this. Food is not your friend. It's not your enemy. It's there for nourishment. And so, after work, I went with the hubby to run an errand. On the way back, we took separate cars. On the way back, got stuck in traffic. He said something to annoy me, not on purpose, but it did end up annoying me. And that could have to do with the fact that I'm mega sensitive right now. And so I was in traffic and I'm just like, I took a wrong turn. He drove the car ahead, and I went a separate way. Ended up going in circles. Stopped at a stop sign, but didn't look clear enough because I was thinking about how to get out of traffic. Almost got into an accident. Went down, got to the turn, ended up going the opposite way that I needed to go. Came back around, ended up in front of a TGI Fridays. You know what I said? I said, I'm going to go in TGI Fridays and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to have me a steak and I'm going to leave it at that. Because when I got home, I was mega hungry, but I had to go with the hubby to go do something. So all I did was go to the local hood spot and buy a whole chicken. All I could think about was food. Like, ugh, I just want to eat. So I bought a seltzer water and chicken. I couldn't eat the chicken on the way there because I had to drive. And then while I was waiting for the hubby, I ate the chicken, half of it. It was good, and but I just couldn't feel satiated, you know. So with all that stress, ended up at TGI Fridays. The waiter was giving me the whole blah blah blah, and I just like I said, sir. I was like, I didn't say sir. I was like, look, I'm in a really bad mood. Can you just bring me a seltzer with lemon, please? And he's just like, okay. And I said, it's just not been a good day. And of course, I'm surrounded by like all of these appetizers. Are like nothing is like quote unquote paleo friendly except the meat. And I can't eat another piece of chicken. I'm done with chicken for right now. I just ate a half a chicken. So I knew I was gonna get steak. So I called the hubby. I said, look, I'm stressed. I'm at TGI Fridays. I'm eating steak. So I ate my steak, had them do the veggies and butter, got that out, ate, had the guy here bring you my check so I could just leave before my mind started telling me, ooh, that Jack Daniels cake sure looks good. Why don't you have some? I was like, I just bolted out of there, paid my check, left the tip, bolted out of there. Got home, had some more life things that I could not control. Some um, some news about my mom who probably has breast cancer. And so it's something we've known for a while that she's been ill. And again, I want to turn to food, but um, I said no. Mm-mm. Food is not my friend. Food is not my enemy. Food is here for me to be nourished. And in times of stress, you just want to eat something soft and spongy like cake. But I refuse. I refuse. And my thing is this: I'm one day closer. All I have to do is get through this day, and I'm one day closer. So, um, came upstairs and just, I rocked it out on a green apple. Yeah, that's what I did. I had a green apple, and I ate that apple like nobody's business. I ate that apple, just every little crack and crevice and piece of apple flesh that was not the core or the stem or seeds. Yeah, I ate that up. Um, so that's pretty much food wise, emotion wise, how my day is gone. And here I am making this video. It's like 10:50 at night. I need to sleep. I took a little nap, but oh, last night slept like a baby, slept like a dream. Loved it. I woke up very refreshed. I just love how light I'm feeling. I love how good I'm feeling. The gym teacher at school, we often, go back and forth about what we're doing for our fitness or what we're doing for our diet and or our nutritional needs and things like that. So I told her about the 21-day sugar detox, and we'll see. And she said she'll check it out, Um, and yeah, I just feel good. I feel light. I feel the feeling is continuing. And what I do as well is I try to indoctrinate myself. Like I brainwash myself. I read a whole bunch of paleo before and afters, and I was on Rob Wolf's site and reading the paleo before and afters, and reading about I just try to look at the before and afters and focus on that. I'm not looking at any pictures of food. I do know that I need to put more variety into my diet, but I'm lazy. So summertime while I'm on vacation, maybe I'll cook more. We'll see. We'll experiment with that. More paleo treats instead of just salad and meat. And I read a good article on Paleo Magazine about how you need to balance how much meat you eat. You should be eating more veggies. And the author was saying they threw in green smoothies, and that really just boosted their energy. And so I'm a green smoothie, or I'm a green juice kind of person. So perhaps that's what I'll make, or I'll make some carrot juice or something. Because I still do have carrots. Um, that's about it. So day 2, going strong, going long, in it for the long haul. Only 19 more days to go. I hope my math is correct. Let's see. Okay. Good night.